What's up guys, my name is AJ, Photo Runner here on YouTube. Thanks for stopping by. Today, we're gonna go over the mountain bike, hit some trails, and have some fun. All right, so I've been mountain biking since 2015. I got a full suspension stump jumper, love that bike. But previously, before I started mountain biking, I did BMX as a kid. I used to race up in Shasta Dam, and I just always loved it. Dirt jumping, hanging out with my friends, that's just what we did during high school. And even when I was a little guy, we used to ride around and, just hang out and just chill. BMX days were awesome. So now, in 2015, I kind of introduced myself more into mountain biking. Got in the full suspension. A year later, or probably less than a year later, I ended up getting rid of the full suspension because I wanted to get better and faster up hills. So I bought a hardtail. From the hardtail, I literally flipped over my bars, thought I broke my leg. That sucked. Put the bike away for a good amount of time. Bought another full suspension. Broke my ribs the first ride out on that bike. Put that one away for a few months, and now we're back. Ended up getting rid of that bike. Bought this freaking beauty here that you see behind me, and that's what we're gonna go over today. And then once we're done doing that, take on some trails and go from there. This is a 2020 Specialized Levo. What that is, it's an e-bike, so it's also full suspension. I have front and rear suspension here. The wheels are a 29-inch wheel opposed to the 27.5 or older bikes that were 26-inch, things like that. So this is probably the biggest wheel set that you can get for a bike right now on a mountain bike. It is pedal assist. It's not full electronic, but it is pedal assist, so you still have to pedal the bike to get any assist on it. You can control the amount of power that you get from the bike by actually going into an app and selecting how much power or assist that you want on the bike, either full turbo, mild trail, or into an eco mode, so you actually get more out of the battery when you're out and about. Now, I chose to go with this bike because one, I have a knee problem, so it's a lot easier on my joints. Two, honestly, I hate going uphill. I've never been fast at it. I've just always been in the back of the pack, and I want to ride with my friends. They're much faster than me, and it's just a lot more fun, in my opinion. Not only that, but like where I used to live, I was able to rip 3 laps instead of just 1 lap and just have way more fun in the amount of time that I had to ride. All right, so as you can see, the bike's pretty set up. I love the way this thing is. I did buy the base model Specialized. It is an aluminum frame. I chose not to go with a carbon because of the price, and I knew because it was assisted that I didn't think really weight mattered too much because I had help from the bike. So we went with the aluminum frame, basically stripped everything off of it. Front shock, rear shock, wheels, tires, bars, everything basically except down to the frame, except for the cranks, and switched everything out. So that's why we're here. We're gonna go over that right now. So I love these tires. They are the Maxxis Minion DHF, and then I've got the DHR on the rear. They're freaking awesome, lots of traction, and I wish they made a couple different series of tires in the gum wall, but they don't, but that's okay. These work perfectly fine, and I love them. Next thing we'll talk about is the wheel. I got this set of wheels from my buddy Jason, and these are super sick. These are WeAre1 carbon wheels. With the industry or i9 Hydra hubs, and they're freaking rad. I love this wheel set. The brakes on here, we went with the SRAM code RSCs, and we did the cool little titanium, accents and things like that, which make, it kind of brings the bike out, the color, things like that. I just like those cool details, and that's it. The next thing is gonna be the fork. This fork right here is super hard to find, or it was at least. I honestly didn't think I was gonna be able to get this fork. I found it at my local bike shop. They had one left. I literally went down, grabbed it, because the guy who sold it to me didn't even know they had it, and it was freaking rad. And the reason why I love it, you can't really tell, well, you will be able to tell once we put some footage over it, but this is actually like a root beer color. So it's brown with a Kashima gold. This is their high-end basically shock from Fox. And that's when you get the Kashima coat here on the suspension. And definitely, it's a cool piece because it just shows, I don't know, it's just rad. I love it. I think it looks cool. Up top, again, brakes, RSC from SRAM. We went with the axis shifters from SRAM as well. So this is actually a Bluetooth shifter, and it just reads signal to the back and switches without any wires. So it's a really cool and convenient way to set up a bike if you have multiple bikes and you want to switch out components really fast. Stem, we went with Deity. This is going to be their 35mm stem along with their 35mm bars with that. Also running their grips, the Deity grips on here as well, and that's pretty much the front end of the bike. All right, so as we move to the back of the bike, a lot of the same componentry, or brands I should say, back here. The shock I ended up replacing with, this is a DPX2 by Fox. It is a factory shock, so it's gonna have a Kashima coat on it as well. Now, when I put this in, the reservoir got in the way of my water bottle, and so I had to actually put this custom YT like water bottle on here, and it works freaking perfect. It's very short, so if you have this bike and you're watching this, you're like, dude, how do I put a water bottle under there? How's he running that? YT, go get their water bottle, and then you're just gonna have to like customize how you mount it up with some screws and washers and things, and it's freaking rad. It's super easy to use, and it doesn't get in the way at all. Up top here, we've got the Fox transfer. Again, the Kashima coat will be on this dropper piece. In case you don't know what a dropper is, basically you're able to push this guy down when you're on the trail so it gets out of the way, and the maneuverability of the bike is a lot better going down hills, jumping, things like that, because the seat is so much lower. And then of course the seat. We finally picked this guy out. We went through 3 different seats, a couple specialized ones, and then ended up with the ergon seat. Super comfortable and helps your bits a little bit there. So down below, we've got the Deity pedals. As you can see, this is a brand that I really like. I think the quality of their products is super cool, so I've just continued to run with them on this bike and the new bike that I've got. The cranks are stock. I haven't changed them out just because it is an e-bike, and these are a little bit different, or a little harder to get a hold of. Chainring's the same, and then the motor is a stock motor. I don't even think you can upgrade the motors unless you went with, Specialized 700 watt motor in their bigger bikes, but this is a 500 watt motor because it is a base bike. And yeah, let's go to the back. Back here, as you can see, this wheel does not match the front wheel. The reason why is because I broke a spoke, unfortunately, last weekend riding, and that's being repaired. So we kind of just threw this wheel up to kind of give you a complete bike. On the WeAre1 wheels that we have at the shop right now, we do have an updated cassette. It is in rainbow. I thought the rainbow components looked really cool with this bike just because it is blue. And again, like I said, on the brakes, I got like these cool little titanium bits here and there throughout the bike, and I just think it looks sexy and I love it. So we also went with the XX1 rainbow chain to tie in the cassette, and it's freaking rad. The derailleur, like I said, it is Bluetooth. It does hook up wirelessly. The battery is right here. Pretty cool. You just charge this guy, lasts forever, and it works great. Brakes, again, in the rear, same thing, SRAM, Code RSCs, rotors, totally stock, and that's my bike. All right, so now that we've gone over the bike, hopefully that kind of answered some questions that I always get asked. But let's go hit some trails and show you what this thing can do. Yeah, we're just gonna hit some trails here in San Clemente. They're new to me. I'm usually riding in a Liso. But yeah, we got the GoPro on. We'll shoot some cool B-roll. But would love for you to ride along, so let's hit some trails. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is called Car Crash, baby. slow area right here for me. Not the fastest. Oh, I missed that. And right here gets quite interesting. I hit just right. Otherwise, you go over there. Oh yeah. Slide down this little rock drop. There we go. There we go. And then it's got a little chunky right here. Little drop, stay left. There we go. Ayo! Oh, don't get sucked in. And then I took this out. This used to be a rad little triple, but now it's just a single. And then, this is like super rough now. And that's it. That's car crash, baby. Oh yeah. All right, so that wraps up this video. Like I said before, you guys, we're gonna be mixing up a ton of different content on this channel. So if you liked it, you like some mountain biking, you wanna see some photography, you wanna see some overlanding, camping, things like that, stick around, hit that subscribe button, hit the notify button, the bell, the thing like that. That way you get notified when we do drop a new video. We're trying to get one out every single week. So that's freaking rad. So hopefully we'll see you here next week. And for now, my name's AJ, go by PhotoRunner on Instagram, here on YouTube as well. Go follow us on those platforms, and we'll see you soon. Okay? Peace.